Welcome to Catholic Mom Mindset, a daily show where you learn to walk closely with the Holy Spirit so you can live the life God is calling you to. I'm your host, Sterling Jaquith. Let us begin. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about what you think about your kids. What you think about your kids is extremely powerful. And we all form judgments about our kids. This one's introverted, that one's extroverted, this one has a negative attitude, this one likes to push my buttons, this one, doesn't enjoy games, this one really likes sports. But I want us to be really careful about noticing the things our children do and how that is different than who they are. But often what you think about your children when you tell them who they are, two things will happen. One, your brain will just look for more evidence that that is true. So if you have a kid that you think is very mischievous, your brain is going to be looking for evidence that that kid is mischievous. He's a troublemaker. Ooh, and then you're going to be like, oh, those teen years are going to be really scary. I'm worried about college. I'm worried about when he's out there and has a job. And this kid could be like 5. But some series of events have happened for you to have a judgment about this kid. And then you're wearing those glasses. This kid's mischievous. Your brain is going to look for more evidence. You're going to see more evidence. So it's going to be reinforced. You're going to keep seeing the mischievous things that kid does. And it's going to underline that belief for you. So that's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens is the kid knows. The kid will hear you say that. You will either directly say it to the kid, or you'll say it to your husband, or you'll say it to your friends, and they will overhear you, and they will begin to take on that identity themselves. And so I want you to really think about what you think about your kids. I want you to take out a piece of paper and I want you to write down their names. Rosemary. What do I think about Rosemary? Positive and negative things. Because it works in the positive direction too. If you think your children are generous, if you think they're good at making friends, if you think they're helpers, your brain will also look for evidence of that. You will also talk about them that way, and then you will reinforce that as part of their identity. And so I want you to write down, really, what do you think about each of your kids? And then you look at that list and you just ask yourself, is this what I want to cultivate in them? And if it's not, I want you to write down different attributes, different virtues, different things. And I also want you to consider some things that your kid is really good at that maybe you haven't thought to value. So my oldest, she really loves puzzles. And she's so good at focusing. She can just sit and focus for long periods of time. But that's not what my brain wants to talk about. My brain's like, oh, she wants to be alone and she gets mad if anybody else is in the same room as her and she doesn't like to share that table. What do you think I talk about with my friends? Do you think I get together with my friends and I say, oh, that kiddo of mine, I'm so proud of her. She does these amazing puzzles and she's so good at focusing. And she really just enjoys being with herself. What a gift to not have to need to be with other people all the time. No! I'm just like, she's so mean to her brothers and sisters. She doesn't like to share. It's terrible. And so we all have to do this. We all have to actively just reflect on, what do we think about our children? What do we want to think about them? And then to practice thinking that about them, to practice noticing the skills that they have, the attributes that they have, the virtues they have. And some things will change, right? You might have a kiddo that's really into soccer right now, and you can say, oh, I just love how passionate you are about soccer. You're so into it, and you're so passionate about it. And you're kind of building your belief and their belief that when they enjoy something, they're passionate about it. It may not be soccer later. But what you think about them usually becomes their inner voice and their identity. I know because I coach a bunch of you in your 30s. And so we have this opportunity now before they leave our house to underline for them their strengths, to notice them, to call them out, to share them with others. I just want to encourage you to do that. And I'm encouraging myself at the same time. Let us celebrate the gifts that God has given our children. Each one of them is completely unique, has completely unique gifts. Let's make sure when they leave our house, they know what those are. And they know we believe them. Because I guarantee you, we can find 10 fantastic things about every kid. All right, you guys, I'm praying for you. You're doing a good job. Thank you for listening and have a blessed day. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Catholic Mom Mindset. To learn more about growing closer to the Holy Spirit, check out our free resources at madeforgreatness.co. Thank you so much for listening and have a blessed day.